Hello, greetings, and welcome to another episode of Being Healthy the Shaolin Way. And namaste to all of you. Now, the original meaning of Tai Chi is God's Spirit, the Tao in the act of manifesting and maintaining creation. God is the supreme ultimate, and as the solo Tai Chi sequence, the 108 is performed. One practices being godlike. The performance of the 108 can and should be a spiritual experience, just as spirit, in its cosmic unity, manifests itself in creation, coordinating the movement of all the planets, moons, comets, stars, and galaxies in the revolution and orbits in perfect balance and harmony. The Tai Chi practitioner performs the movement of the 108 with all its revolutions and circles in perfect balance and harmony. The Tai Chi practitioner performs the movements of the 108 with all its revolutions and circles in perfect balance and harmony. Now, the cycles of creation are revealed within the sequence as the form begins and returns to the perfect peace and stillness of spirit. From the perfect stillness, creation manifests itself out of the movement created by the Big Bang. In other words, Tai Chi begins. Once the universe is set into motion, it never stops until it collapses once more until itself. Movement within the 108 is continuous, without interruptions, until the form ends. The Tai Chi classics say it should flow like a great river. The form begins and ends with a bow of reverence to spirit, recognized in the moment of perfect peace, which begins and ends the sequence and the cycles of creation. The cycles within the cycles, such as the seasons of the year, are represented in the repetitions of ward off, roll back, press, and push. That is, the form is separated into its loops. The infinite manifestations of creation are represented in the great variety of movements within the form. Even the name of the form, the 108, represents infinity and is used to call out attention to the diversity within creation. Although the celestial objects move with great speed and perfect coordination, the astronomical distances make the speed seem very slow. The performance of the 108 mimics the speed since it is performed very slowly in perfect coordination of all of its parts. Now, the foundational physics of the universe, the operation of yin and yang, is not only represented but also demonstrated and experienced in the interaction and coordination of the weight shifts, body movements, and breath. The weight shifts are a perfect example of opposites. Like the day and night, they blend into one another, each with an aspect of opposite in itself. Creation is alive, and the 108 comes alive with the harmony of movement in the breath. Now, just as spirit is aware of itself in all of creation all at once, the seeker must become aware of all the parts and all the energy in the body all at once. To do this, the seeker must slow and focus the thoughts and comments. As is the ability to focus attention develops, the seeker becomes able to extend the limits of the awareness beyond the physical body. One begins to feel not only the energy in one's own body, but also the energy around the body. Abilities to use this energy to heal oneself and others develop. As the awareness of energy around one expands, one's realization of cosmic unity dawns with direct perception of spirit as the supreme ultimate. Now, creation, its maintenance, its evolution, and everything in it is based on change. Living in life presupposes change. Change produces stress, and without full knowledge of reality, it sooner or later will produce stress and suffering. Change in everything is inevitable, including changing yourself. It is impossible to stay the same. Either you change for the better or for the worse. This path is only for those who decide they want to change for the better and solve the problem of stress and suffering with full knowledge of reality. In order to obtain satisfactory results, daily practice of both the 108 and the sitting meditation are required. To receive the benefits that the practice of Tai Chi can bring, it is highly recommended that you set aside a few minutes each day to review and practice the movements and methods that you are learning. To say that the rule of no extremes applies to the practice of the 108 is an understatement. This rule is integral in every aspect of the practice. It will be seen over and over again in these rules for movement. Keep the entire body relaxed while maintaining exact form. Be empty of tension, yielding to force. The Tai Chi classics say, once again, to move like a great river. Relaxation of the body permits energy conservation and allows more efficient operation of chemical processes in the body, i.e., it lowers metabolism, lowers blood pressure. Also, it will allow the natural flow of energy currents in the body, which are required for health maintenance, healing, and high levels of vitality. The root must be constantly maintained. The body's center of gravity should be held as low as possible while maintaining the proper posture and stance. The knees are bent just enough to remain over the toes. Movement should proceed slowly and be constant without acceleration, deceleration, or pause. Slowness develops will, precision, conservation, patience, balance. Again, move like a great river. The gaze must be held level. This will dramatically assist in maintaining mental focus for movement precision and correct sequence of technique. The spine must remain erect. Never overextend. When an overextension occurs, your root, is lost. Never pivot on a weighted foot. This should seem obvious, but I have to state it in case it's not. Keep the elbows down, but do not allow the arms to touch the body. Now, I hope that this has been helpful to your practice of the 108. We can explore more of this if you'd like in future episodes. This was taken, by the way, from Sifu Tom Smith, the Shaolin Temple, his Tai Chi manual. Until our next episode, you can catch our podcast or visit us at healthyshaolin.com, or perhaps visit us to learn more about the Shaolin monks at shaolintempleus.org to learn more about us. Until then, peace and blessings be upon you, and I wish you all Namaste.